Isabella Harrison had always been the epitome of elegance and grace. At 42, she was a woman who had everything: wealth, beauty, and a life of luxury. Yet, her marriage to Jonathan Harrison, a powerful Wall Street financier, had grown cold and distant. Jonathan was a man consumed by his work, his ambition, and his need to control every aspect of his life. He provided Isabella with everything money could buy, but he had long stopped giving her the one thing she truly craved: attention. Their penthouse on Manhattan's Upper East Side was a symbol of their status, but it felt more like a gilded cage to Isabella. She spent her days attending charity galas, shopping at designer boutiques, and lounging by the pool, but the emptiness inside her grew with each passing day. She longed for excitement, for passion, for something or someone to make her feel alive again. That someone turned out to be Liam, the young delivery driver who brought her groceries and packages every day. He was 25, with sun-kissed skin, tousled dark hair, and a smile that could melt even the coldest heart. His blue eyes sparkled with mischief, and his muscular frame hinted at hours spent at the gym. From the moment he first stepped into her penthouse, there was an undeniable chemistry between them. At first, their interactions were brief and professional. Isabella would sign for her deliveries, and Liam would hand her the packages with a polite smile. But over time, their conversations grew longer and more personal. Liam would linger, making small talk about the weather, the city, or the latest trends. Isabella found herself looking forward to his visits, savoring the few minutes of human connection they provided. One afternoon, when Jonathan was away on a business trip, Isabella invited Liam in for a cup of coffee. She told herself it was just a friendly gesture, but deep down, she knew it was more than that. They sat on the terrace, sipping espresso and watching the sun set over the Manhattan skyline. The conversation flowed effortlessly, and before long, they were laughing like old friends. As the evening wore on, the atmosphere grew charged with tension. Liam's gaze lingered on Isabella's lips, and she felt a thrill of excitement she hadn't experienced in years. When he leaned in to kiss her, she didn't resist. The kiss was electric, filled with pent-up desire and longing. In that moment, Isabella forgot about her husband, her responsibilities, and the life she had built. All that mattered was the way Liam made her feel. Their affair began that night, and it quickly became an addiction. Liam would come by every day, and they would steal moments of passion while Jonathan was at work. Isabella felt alive in a way she hadn't in years, but she knew it couldn't last. She was playing a dangerous game, and sooner or later, it would catch up to her. Jonathan Harrison was not a man who missed details. He had built his career on his ability to read people, to anticipate their moves, and to stay one step ahead. So when he noticed the subtle changes in Isabella's behavior, he knew something was wrong. She had become more secretive, more distant. She spent hours locked in her room, claiming she needed to rest. Her phone, which she had always left lying around, was now always in her hand or tucked away in her purse. Jonathan's instincts told him that Isabella was hiding something, and he was determined to find out what it was. He hired a private investigator, a discreet and efficient man named Victor, to dig into Isabella's activities. Within a week, Victor had gathered enough evidence to confirm Jonathan's worst fears. There were photos of Isabella and Liam together, laughing and kissing in places Jonathan had never seen her smile. There were receipts from expensive restaurants, hotel bookings, and even a video of them entering a boutique hotel in the middle of the afternoon. Jonathan's first reaction was not anger, but cold, calculating rage. He didn't confront Isabella immediately. Instead, he began to plan his revenge. He would make her pay for betraying him, but he would do it in a way that would leave her broken and humiliated. Jonathan's first move was to learn everything he could about Liam. He discovered that the young man had dreams of opening his own restaurant but lacked the funds to make it happen. Jonathan saw an opportunity and decided to exploit it. One evening, while Isabella was attending a charity event, Jonathan invited Liam to his office under the guise of discussing a business opportunity. Liam, eager and ambitious, accepted without hesitation. He had no idea that the man sitting across from him was the husband of the woman he had been sleeping with. Jonathan played the role of the benevolent mentor perfectly. He praised Liam's ambition and offered to invest in his restaurant. In return, he asked for a few favors, small tasks that seemed harmless at first. Liam, blinded by the promise of success, agreed without question. Over the next few weeks, Jonathan tightened his grip on Liam. He used the young man's ambition against him, manipulating him into cutting ties with Isabella. Liam, realizing that his future depended on Jonathan's investment, reluctantly agreed. He told Isabella that their affair had to end, that he couldn't risk losing everything for her. Isabella was devastated. She had fallen for Liam, and his rejection felt like a knife to the heart. But she had no idea that Jonathan was behind it all. With Liam out of the picture, Jonathan turned his attention to Isabella. He began to withdraw from her emotionally, becoming cold and distant. He stopped buying her gifts, stopped taking her to dinner, and started flaunting his affairs with other women in front of her. Isabella tried to confront him, but Jonathan remained calm and composed. He told her he knew about her affair with Liam and that their marriage was over. But he wasn't done yet. He wanted her to feel the same pain he had felt. He revealed how he had manipulated Liam, how he had used the young man's dreams against him. He told her that Liam had chosen money over her, that he had never truly cared for her. Isabella was shattered. She had lost everything: her husband, her lover, and the life she had known. Jonathan filed for divorce, leaving Isabella with nothing. She was forced to move out of the penthouse and into a small apartment on the outskirts of the city. Her once glamorous life was now a distant memory. Jonathan continued his life as if nothing had happened. He remained at the top of his game, respected and feared by everyone in his circle. But deep down, he was haunted by what he had done. The pain of Isabella's betrayal lingered, a constant reminder of the price he had paid for his revenge. Isabella, on the other hand, was left to pick up the pieces of her shattered life. She tried to move on, but the scars of her affair and Jonathan's betrayal ran deep. She had learned the hard way that in the world of the wealthy and powerful, love was a luxury she could no longer afford.